The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now the first carry for the former Jaguar. This is Chris Ivory. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On first down, Allen. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not...
And McCoy loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they take possession of the football. Have it at the 36-yard line. Lewis, the first carry for the expatriate, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And they went for a big play. Through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mariota dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LeSean McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jonathan Cyprien there defensively to make the play. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
This give is to McCoy. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Another run. This time it's Ivory. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And caught by Curley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun!
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
No. Check. Patriots.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. And avoids the contact by sliding. So certainly an interesting call there to go. For it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run. This is Lewis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. A Titan 1st down, Mariota to Walker. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now a toss play to Lewis. Pushing through the contact. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. To throw Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here's Tywan Jones on the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And now they'll throw with Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
10th carry now for McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They begin with Henry. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing, Mariota, flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
On 3rd down, Henry. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk. This is a big decision here.
Gone!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it in low. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Now Allen throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Better bring it. Better bring it. Let you know right now, you better bring it. Leopard!
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go. Keep it rolling.
Throwing is Mariota. Open man, it's Stacker. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Mariota on the delay to Henry. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Titans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third down and 12. Working out of the gun, Mariota flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Now let's go!
Throwing on first down is Allen. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Derek Morgan in on the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen from the gun on third down. Throwing for his running back. He's got him complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen now looks to throw. And going over the middle here to Curley. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A running play now for Ivory. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They come out here in the eye. Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Allen going to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Derek Morgan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Around the NFL, they've gone to the third in Cleveland. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They go play action here on first down. Goes underneath for Henry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the counter, it's Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Derrick Henry. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A first down carry for Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, Mariota. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Milano coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. We'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Leopard! Leopard!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
No. Check, Patriot!
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Right back to him on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And some space hit. Derrick Henry all alone. The 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big run that time by Henry. 43 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They hand off to their big tight end. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down. That's Henry, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Curley's got it, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. They're still tied, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From midfield, here's Allen. A dump off for Ivory. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Allen. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Now Allen. That's going to be caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, Ivory. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Being chased at, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
Let's go.
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action.
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Titans getting set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Forced out, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He's back to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mariota now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here we go. 3-19.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Bills, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.